Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Fiona and I'm a full-time artist. And on this channel, I like to take you with me on my artistic journey, whether that means working on projects from start to finish, sharing my art supplies with you, going to see art exhibits, basically any art-related content. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much and I would really appreciate it. So for many of you, you know that my mother and I collaborate on ceramics. She throws the vessels and I glaze them. And we had a busy back half to 2023. We had an art fair, we did a big holiday shop launch, and had a few other things that we needed ceramics for, like an open studio event. There was so much stuff and we completely burnt out. So we took January off. And now it is February and we have decided to get back into the swing of things. So we are going to take a trip to the ceramic shop. I will leave the information in the description below if you want to check it out in person, but we're gonna go pick up some supplies and I thought I would share our haul with you. Let's go. Okay, here is the ceramic haul. I have my receipt here, so I'll put on the screen the cost of things as I'm going through it, but total we spent $503.16. It is an expensive hobby to do ceramics. It makes sense for our business since we did well during the holiday season. Now we need to load up to start up again. So this is kind of our starting haul for the year. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna start with are the clays. So we have two types of porcelain and then a B-mix clay. We also did get what's called pug clay from a ceramic studio that my mom used to go to. She has friends that still go there, and she paid them and they picked up some clay for us to play with. So pug clay, it's like a stoneware. But anyway, so first we have the Annetto white porcelain. So we like using porcelain for a lot of our pieces since I do sort of bright, colorful glazes. It really does pop on the porcelain. So this is Annetto porcelain. We also got the Laguna porcelain. We got 25 pounds of this since we know that we like it. So what I can say is it's been a few days since the trip there, and my mom did try out the Annetto. She said that it felt very like slippery and very, very soft. I mean, in general, porcelain is very soft and buttery to work with. but she found this to be even more so. And yeah, in the Laguna porcelain, I guess it has like slightly more grip. We're just sort of more adjusted to working with it. I've mentioned it in a previous video. We tried another porcelain called Coda, and the problem with that is it seemed to have a lot more hairline fractures than like other porcelain. Maybe it just dries out at a higher rate than we were used to, but Laguna porcelain is definitely our preference. But I'm excited to see how this fires and what it looks like. So there's that. Move this out the way. Oh my gosh. Right, and then this is a stoneware, a B-mix, also 25 pounds of it. So yeah, between the two porcelains and the stoneware, this one, the B-mix, and the pug clay that we got from the studio, we have tons and tons of clay to play with, which is great. I personally prefer working with stoneware over porcelain myself. I like something with a bit of grip, but you know, those colors just really do pop on the porcelain, or even black and white glazes. So something else to keep in mind. So speaking of glazing, I have quite a few glazes. This is a green patina Pro Series glaze. It's from the ceramic shop itself. We have the Celadon blue from them, and then we had like an indigo sort of denim-ish colored blue that we like working with a lot. So we thought we would add this green to it, but it's a pouring one, so this isn't something that we're going to use on the outside. We're going to use this to add a bit of color to the inside of our vases or cups, and then we'll continue using the underglaze for the outside. So we got Spectrum Neon Orange. We use this a ton all the time, so we ran out, so we got it. It's a high fire glaze, so this fires at like cone 10. We also got something new we haven't tried before. It's called Texas Two-Step Oil Spot Glazes, and this fires at a lower cone, so this is 5 to 6. And we got the color Texas Rose and Fern, and I'll show you what it looks like on here. So if you can see how it kind of almost looks like oil marks, it has that effect on it. But we've never done this before, so there's ways to apply it. And the person that worked at the ceramic store said if we just look up videos online of it, it should help us figure it out. But we thought that would be fun to experiment with. And then we got the Amico lug underglaze. We got it in a lilac. So we had bought what we thought was purple, and technically when you see it next to a blue, you can see it's purple, but we wanted something like true purple. And over the holiday season, the purple we got was like a deep purple, almost navy blue-ish looking. When you don't have that comparison, it looked navy blue. But we like the lug glazes. We like how the colors do come out. Like the color came out nice. It just wasn't what we expected. So for all of these glazes, they give instructions on how many coats you would need to do. Like for instance, this one says, stir thoroughly, thin with water, brush or sponge 1 to 2 coats on greenware or bisque, and watercolor effects when diluted, and then fire to the temperature of the whatever the clay is. So the Spectrum is really good, and Coyote is really good. The Amico is good. I'm trying to think if there were any glazes that we didn't particularly enjoy. We haven't had a lot of joy with Speedball glazes from what I recall, and some of the Spectrum ones. But what I really wanted out of the Spectrum was a color called Chambray, but I don't know, maybe they've discontinued it. We haven't been able to find it, but that was sort of our purple color before. So wish us luck with lilac. Hopefully it'll come out good. Continuing with the glazes, I get asked by y'all so much on my artist vlogs, what is that glaze? So what I use to do my mark making is this, and it is called Designer Liner. So it is by Mako. You can get this on Amazon as well. We picked it up since we were at the ceramic shop. But what I'll do is an underglaze with either the Spectrum or Coyote or the lug, and then do this on top. And you get that crispy mark making from it. So I got several in black since I tend to use that the most. And then I also got a green, a blue, and a white just to have on hand. Okay, that is it for clays and glazes. So getting into some of the tools, we bought this overall 8-piece kit. This sort of stuff is good if you were taking a ceramic class and you're starting out. You can just get this. It has a lot of the things that you would need. Handy sponge, always good to have. This as well to take some of that clay off the bottom. I mean, this is a multiple use tool. And then here's one that we'd use. I use these a lot to like see how thick my base is, as well as if I need to like trim a little bit off the top. And then we have a couple of trimming tools. So we have one like this, one like this. So different shapes you can use to trim the clay. A metal piece here and a wooden one to smooth the clay. This for when you're taking it off of the wheel. This is just what you would use, a piece of wire here, and that takes that off. And then another tool here for pulling handles. I will have a vlog coming out later this month where I actually show you us pulling handles, style a smaller one. And then in that same vein, this is called a Japanese trim knife. And it's just, once again, like sort of a multi-purpose tool, good for so many things. I know when I've been pulling handles, I've been like trimming the handle a little bit before attaching it. It's great for, yeah, if you're slab rolling, just trimming everything off. I've been using an existing one, but it's getting a little bit dull at this point. So, and then we got some molds. So this is similar to like the ones that we have in terms of what it looks like, but you would roll a slab over it and then use the knife to trim the edges off. And this is, they called this a candy bowl. So it'll be this shape when you take it off of the form. I think that'll be a cute shape to add to our repertoire. And then we have two other shapes for molds. These ones are made, this is called GR pottery form. So we haven't used forms from them before, but this is a hexagon shape. So it's kind of like a plate, but I think that's once again different for us. We haven't done anything that's hexagon shaped really. I think my mom has done it, but by hand. So it'll be interesting to use a form for that since we've been doing more slab rolling lately. And then I wanted this little guy because we do have a handle that we've been pulling that has like a similar design motif like this, like a little bit more ornamental. So this is gonna be another little dish. I mean, to me, it kind of actually looks like a soap tray, but you could use it as a catch tray for anything. We got more of the high temperature wire. This is another question I get a lot on the ceramic jewelry video about like what wire we use. So this is the wire. So it's a high temperature wire. So when we hang stuff off of the chuck, it survives the kiln. And lastly in this box, I picked up this pattern cutter set. So let me open it and I can show you. So you can see here, there's lots of different shapes. They look like cookie cutters, honestly. And if you know me and you know my work, I do sort of a bloom shape. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, this would be great. So I don't know whether I'll be like making individual art pieces with it or even, I have a lot of different sizes here, like the smallest size. I feel like I could make some and then attach them to vases as sort of a 3D element. So, yep, excited to play around with that. And lastly, I have this wedge work mat. Since we have been slab rolling more and more recently, we've just been using like a wood cutting board my mom has here. But unfortunately, the wood board has cracks in it, so I'm spending so much time smoothing it after. So what's nice is this is like a very, very smooth matte surface. So I'll be able to slab roll on this and it will keep it very nice and smooth. You could do it on this side too, but you're gonna get a little bit of that texture. So I think what I was just looking for was just a surface that I could slab roll on, and it would keep everything super duper smooth. So that's what this is. And they had it in different colors, and I just picked up this red one. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing that haul. Leave some comments below if you're getting into ceramics, or if you're more advanced and you have stuff to share. We would love to hear about that in the comments, thoughts, opinions on any of these things. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay well and stay inspired, my friends. Bye.